parents. What rule did your kid obey so perfectly it actually terrified you? When my son Reese was 7, I got tired of the complaining. The food is boring. This game is dumb. School is stupid. Everything was a problem. So I made a rule. You're allowed to complain about anything you want. But if you complain, you have to come up with a solution. No solution, no complaint. My wife looked at me like I'd lost my mind. He's 7, Lonnie. He doesn't know what a solution is. But I grew up in a house full of complainers. My dad complained about his boss for 30 years and never once updated his resume. My mom complained about the landlord every winter and we still froze. Complaining without action is just noise. I wasn't letting my kid inherit that. The first week, Reese complained that his sandwiches were boring. I said, solution? He thought for a second. Can I pick what goes in it? Done. He started making his own lunch. Peanut butter and banana. Same thing every day for 2 weeks, but he never complained about lunch again. I figured that was the whole lesson. Don't like something? Change it. Simple. Then I caught him doing something I wasn't ready for. I walked past his room one night, and he was sitting on the floor with a composition notebook. He'd drawn a line down the middle of every page. Left side said, problem. Right side said, solution. He had filled 11 pages. The bathroom is cold in the morning. Next to, put my towel on the heater before my shower. I can't find my shoes. Next to, put them by the door every night. I just stared. Reese, what is this? He looked up like it was obvious. I'm getting ahead of my complaints. He was 7. A few weeks later, his classmate Amir showed up to school with his arm in a sling. The other kids signed his cast and moved on. But Reese noticed something nobody else did. Amir couldn't open his lunchbox, couldn't unzip his backpack, couldn't hold a paper and write at the same time. So Reese went home and opened his notebook. Amir can only use one hand, and next to it, be his other hand. For the next 6 weeks, Reese sat next to Amir every day, opened his lunch, held his papers, carried his tray. No one asked him to. When I found out